Hey, this is Gary. So this is a really good question. The question is, if you wanted to run the strategy and instead of using an additional indicator such as the MACD as an example, and you want to change that to using a moving average, how could you do that? How could you implement a moving average additional indicator and filter out specific activity so it doesn't take place if it's below that moving average. So I'm showing right now a chart of FNGA weekly, and the blue line here is a 150-day moving average. The purple line is a 21-day moving average. And you can see right now I've got this buy. You can see the date down here at the bottom, but this buy takes place on January 13th of 2023. So if I wanted to set this so that any buys that took place below that moving average did not happen, instead I only had buys that took place above the moving average, how would I do that? Now, the thing you have to understand with the additional indicator setting is a couple of things. One is, first of all, it will only impact original buys. It will not impact rebuys. So if the original buy is the only thing that's going to get impacted when you use this as a filter. The first thing that you need to do is go to a moving average indicator that you have on the chart. It doesn't have to be the one I'm using. It can be any moving average indicator. However, this particular moving average indicator has a lot of different selections. And it's important for me to know if I want to set this to 150 days that I have on daily moving averages this selected, and it's the fifth in line, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one down, which is the 150 day. And the reason that's important is that if you go to settings now and you go to change the external indicator to change it from MACD histogram to moving averages, you see all these different selections I have here. Well, I want to make sure I'm selecting the right one. So I'm going to select the fifth one down, which is this one. And that tells me that's the 150-day moving average. And then I'm going to select this setting here. I want to make sure that the indicator is below the price. All right, that way only buys that take place above the price are going to be included. And it really doesn't matter what you have in this box. This really just applies to when you're setting an indicator below or above a level. So right now I have it set to the moving average 150-day indicator is below the price. Now, let me show you what happens here. I'm going to disable this for just a second and show you the buy. Here's that buy I mentioned on January 13th. Below the 150 day, and if I set this to indicator is below the price, that buy goes away and it's not included in the strategy back testing. So that's how you do this. Not very difficult to do, and just make sure that if you're just going to do this on a temporary basis to, of course, set it back to the MACD histogram, if that's what you typically use, and the indicator below level, and the level is 5 for the setting, so that you don't forget to do that. And that's all there is to it. It's pretty simple, like I said, and hope that answers the question. Thanks. Bye now.